During the Jeep Start Something New sales event, well-qualified returning Grand Cherokee lessees get a low-mileage lease on select 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo E4x4 models for $199 a month for 24 months for $3,179 due at signing, tax, title, license extra. Call 1-888-925-JEEP for details. Requires dealer contribution, lease through Chrysler Capital. Currently must in by 2/1/2021 on oldest 20% inventory of 2020 Grand Cherokee models at dealer stock the longest as of 1/3/2020. Extra charge for miles over 20,000. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 2/3/2020. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Episode 1710 of the number one podcast and Apple Podcast for job search. This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. Now, I tell a story here about a mistake I made when I was in a networking situation that I want to try heading you off about. This happened some years ago. This is not current, but I still made it. I think it's useful for you to hear that even I make mistakes. Right? Hope you find this helpful. Hope you give it a great review. And I'll just simply say, if you're interested in my coaching you, visit my website, thebiggamehunter.us. There's a button on the home page that says schedule. It's on a lot of other pages as well. But use that button, schedule yourself for a free discovery call or schedule yourself for coaching. I'd love to help you. And with that, let's get going. I wanted to tell you a story today about a networking mistake I made. And I'll simply say, I've been part of a business group now for a couple of years, and I was being elevated to a regional role. So I was sent off for training. Now, as it turns out, most of the people in the room where the training was occurring had already taken this course, and many of them were owners of franchises within this business group. So I may be the one newbie in the room actually receiving training. And it was a very frustrating experience for me. I would ask a question because I wanted to know the answer, and I was treated as though I was an ignorant buffoon. I got frustrated, and I let my frustration show at different times. And I'm not blaming them, but at times my frustration became apparent in little facial gestures, in comments that I would make that I thought no one could hear, but they could. And later on, as someone was talking, they made a comment about me that said, "Why is he here?" And I realized the impact of what I had done on how people perceived me. That I was treated as being ignorant and didn't belong in the room. That's their problem. My problem was how I sent that message to them. And we all know how this happens in the workplace on a day-to-day basis, where someone makes a snide comment, which is frankly what I did, and it gets noticed, picked up on, and the person's career is hurt as a result of it. In this group, at one point, I made a comment that I didn't think someone could hear. I let my frustration show. I didn't try and persevere. I kind of shut down. And thus, I relay this story to you about not realizing that little things get noticed and filed away. And it creates an impression with people that isn't beneficial. When you're in a networking situation, you want to be all in. You want to be trying to connect with people, trying to do outreach, picking up the relationships and not holding back. And even if you're swatted away, as I was by an instructor a couple of times who just was very frustrating for me, it's irrelevant. My behavior is what hurt me because the room was with her and not with me. I had done nothing to win the room over. Now, if this sounds complicated, it really isn't. Just be aware that people notice everything you do, don't do, and say or not say. And think of the message that you're trying to convey in networking situations and whether that comment really needs to be said or whether that acting out really needs to be done, or whether you can just put it aside, be an adult, which I clearly wasn't, and get what I needed out of the situation, which was more connection with some of the people in the room so I could work with them afterwards. I made a mistake, and I'm trying to head you off from a career and job search mistake that happens way too often. You go into a networking meeting, you're off on the sidelines, you feel frustrated, you don't communicate with anyone, you send the message of being aloof instead of being connected. You are there to network. Get into the conversation. You know how to do that. Seriously. You know how to do that. Even if you're a ranked beginner, you kind of sidle your way over and start standing on the sidelines and have your face seen and notice how the conversation is and then contribute something positive to it that moves it forward at the right time. And you know when that is. I don't have to tell you that. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get more from me. First of all, there's my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us. I have more than 8,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. In addition, if you're interested in my coaching you, at the site, there's a button there that says schedule. Schedule time for a free discovery call. Schedule yourself in for coaching, interview preparation coaching, salary negotiation advice, how to have your questions answered or coaching related to hiring more effectively, managing and leading, helping you be a better executive in your organization, and overall being a better employee of your firm. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/The Big Game Hunter. Mention that you watched or listen to my content. I like knowing I'm helping folks. Once we're connected, if you're interested in coaching, let me know. I think it's easier at the website, but if that's the way you want to do it, so be it. Lastly, join my group on Facebook called Career Angles. It's focused on helping you do better at work. Information there is shared daily, and I'm attempting to build a supportive group there. Ask to join. I'm not letting recruiters in, so I want to make it a safe place for everyone. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
Hi, welcome to Metro by T-Mobile.
Hi, my dad is in serious need of an upgrade.
Yeah, my phone's a fossil.
He needs a new phone and a new network stat.
Well, when he switches to Metro, he can get an amazing iPhone 7 with HD Retina display for just $99.99 after ID validation.
Wow, $99.99?
Bye-bye, fossil.
Requires port-in of eligible number not currently active on T-Mobile network or active on Metro in past 90 days. With validation of ID. An independent database limit 4 per account/household. 32 gigabyte model only. See store for details and terms and conditions.